Good morning, students. In the IP class, we have taken the strategy to complete our theory portion first. We have already completed our SQL part, but we haven't done any practicals into it. I'd like to tell you that the software I have sent to you, please download that from the Play Store and be ready with that. Just verify all the tools should be ready to you, and I would like to tell you that I want practicals of SQL first, and then we'll start pandas. In the meantime, I will request you to go through the all theory portions, complete the task pending and submit it to me. Then only I can proceed further. One more thing, the theory that I have discussed in societal impacts, networking, etc., you must go through them from your class notes. Okay, just give a smart reading and pointing out the main important parts. Actually, I have just discussed in my videos the important parts that are coming to your examination. Okay, those that those points that are only important for your examination, I have discussed that only to you. So it will be better to go through the whole theoretical portion of societal impacts, networking, etc. one more time before starting your practical, so that if any kind of doubts are there, you may discuss it with me. Okay, now today a small portion is left. I would like to discuss that with you. Our next topic of discussion is e-waste. Please give the heading e-waste. Okay, now see, we all have mobile phones nowadays, isn't it? क्या बच्चे क्या बड़े सभी के हाथ में मोबाइल फ़ोन तो होता ही है, बट it is a trend that always a new kind of mobile phone will be preferred by all of us. We are very much tempted to purchase the new versions, the new standards of mobile phones, and the old one is just obsolete for us in that case. So what will be happen with those old mobile phones? Shall I throw it? Shall I sell it back, or just dump it in the dustbin? What should we do? It is a serious problem nowadays, because in our country India, a lot of e-waste like this is dumped every day. Okay, and this is hazardous for the environment. So in today's discussion, we will discuss how to manage these e-waste in an efficient manner, so that it is very much useful and doesn't harm our environment. So that things we would like to discuss. Okay, so please note down in your copy e-waste. E-waste or electronic waste is the obsolete electronic device that becomes non-usable due to technological advancements. Full stop. The hazards that we may face from e-waste. Please note down the points. E-waste hazards on environment: acidification of soil, because all of we know that the batteries of electronic goods are made up of chemicals, isn't it? So if these batteries are to be dumped somewhere in the soil, the acid inside it may get reacted with the soil and may acidify the soil. Okay, then it may cause air pollution, pollution of groundwater, and landfills with lead and heavy metals, which may be harmful for our health. Moreover, in case of human health will be suffered by lung cancer, by DNA damage, by asthmatic bronchitis, or chronic damage to the brain, or damage to heart, liver, and spleen. So as you can see, there are so much problem with these e-waste, and if not managed properly, it may create hazardous effect in our environment and human health. So it may lead to severe problem for our country. And you will be sorrow to learn that India is the biggest e-waste dump for several countries like US, Great Britain, and several developed countries, because India is the market of these manufacturers, US, Britain, Russia, Canada. So here in India, the market is so cheap that this kind of e-waste comes in our market and just get dumped over here. Okay, so these developed countries pay for this, so we are treated like dust beans. Okay, so this is quite a very serious time to manage e-waste properly. So please note down e-waste management. E-waste management is the term defined as the practical and holistic approach of cutting down e-waste by reusing or recycling the e-waste which is no longer in use. Full stop. Write down proper disposal. If you are using electronic gadgets and you are switching to new gadgets, you must properly dispose the old ones. Okay, now how to dispose of those e-waste? Now see, there are few companies that sell your e-waste, okay, that purchase your buys your e-waste. So you must contact those companies. Okay, e-waste management companies are there. First you have to contact them and only sell to them, not the kawadi walas. Okay, because those kawadi walas doesn't know where to dump those e-wastage. Okay, so it must be you must be very careful as a responsible citizen of the country. You must contact to e-waste management companies to dump off your e-waste. Okay, so the first point, please note down: give your e-waste back to the electronic companies from where you have purchased it. Number 2, visit civic institution. Number 3, donate your outdated technology to some NGOs. Number 4, sell off your outdated technology to proper e-waste management companies. Number 5, give your e-waste to a certified e-waste recycler. There are certified e-waste recycler. You may give it to them also. Okay, now I would like to discuss the health concerns related to the uses of technology. Okay, now there are some physical problems. Physical problem means in your body the problems may arise due to a continuous exposure of the technology. For example, you may have repetitive strain injury. जब आप एक ही समय में बहुत देर तक एक ही पोस्चर में बैठे रहते हो, यू may have strain injuries. So be careful about that. The another one is known as carpal tunnel syndrome. What is this carpal tunnel syndrome? This is an illness caused by injuries that occur due to force on the median nerve found in the wrist. In our wrist there is a median nerve that get injured for the longer time exposure. The fingers may hands and fingers may feel lethargic, and sudden pain in wrist and arms, shoulders, neck, and in the whole body. Then another illness is known as computer vision syndrome. So this is quite understandable. आप एक साथ बहुत लंबे समय तक अगर स्क्रीन को देख रहे हैं तो यू मे हैव दिस टाइप ऑफ illness in your body, in your eyes. Then we have radiation problem. You all know that computer screen produces radiations of various types. There have always been doubts that individuals will have illnesses such as headaches and inattentiveness for this kind of radiations. Then we may have sleeping disorders and decrease in productivity, loss of attention and stress. So these are few health hazards while you are continuation of using technology for longer period of time. And there are some psychological problem also. For example, fear of technology. Now see, some people uses technology in a lot more wide spectrum. Some are very much fearful about the technology. They don't know how to use it. Okay, so that is also called the fear of technology. Then we have computer anxiety. We may anxious that we may not work with the computer and all this. And one more important very important thing is internet addiction, जो बच्चों में बहुत ज़्यादा देखा जा सकता है. For example, these internet addictions are termed in a several distinguished way, such as ego surfing. What do you mean ego surfing? An illness of regularly searching for one's own name on the web and checking what information is available about one's own on the net. So this is called ego surfing. Then we have infornography. The word derived from pornography, and information describes the state of trying to soothe hunger for information on the net. That is called infornography. Always looking for some information, some new information into the internet. Then we have blog streaking, a desire to spread information online that should not be known by everybody. Then we have YouTube narcissism. It is called constantly uploading one's own videos in order to introduce and make himself or herself known to others. Then we have Google stalking, trying to get information about all her relatives or acquaintances in the web. Then we have photo lurking, looking at the photo albums of others on the net. Wikipedia holism, contributing to the internet encyclopedia Wikipedia, sending someone's own writings and revising the present text. These are few internet addiction problems that are also called psychological problems that are currently in the technological scenario. So you must be very much careful in your tender age that you should not be addicted to internet. You must use internet carefully and intelligently, but you must be very much careful not to get addicted into the internet or the social networking sites in this tender age. Okay, so be careful about that. Thank you very much for today. This completes your syllabus of societal impacts. Societal impacts part 1 and societal impacts part 2 we have covered already, and now I would like to go forward for your programming portion. I want to give you the practical sessions of SQL and then we will go for pandas and data frames. Okay, thank you very much for today.